Wages, thank you very much for sending it back to me. Wayne Doppler, tallest man in history, 8'9". You could find me in the Guinness book. They actually needed 4 pages to get the full Dopp. Wayne Doppler in front of the prototype for the Doppler 5001. Wages, I know you asked me about the Doppler 5001. There it is! I actually made it out of Legos, and then from there they took it and said, you know what, I think we could actually scale this. And now I'm pretty close to it, not that close, but remember, I'm 8'9". Wayne Doppler, the freaking Dops. And, so look, I wanted to make sure you understand how the Doppler 5001 works. When you're dealing with the magnetosphere, you're gonna want to get the Doppler 5001 tuned in, right? Because cosmic rays may attack that magnetosphere, right? So hold on, just stay with me for a second. The Doppler's on to something. So when that heliosphere starts to affect the cosmic rays and the magnetosphere, then you're going to start to have an issue with the solar vortex. So stay back. You don't want to have any problems with the solar vortex, because when the sun diver and the solar vortex intertwine, then you've got solar flares. Solar flares everywheres. Look, that's my slogan for the day. We're going to have a slogan for the day every day for old Wayne Doppler. This one is solar flares everywheres. And remember that it all culminates with a CME at the end, right into planet Earth. And we're going to have issues, so make sure you go to EMP Shield at the bottom of the Real Talk page, because there's a discount, and it also helps Mark Pyers' Real Talks program. Wayne Doppler doesn't need the help. Rich, very rich man, Wayne Doppler, Doppler 5000. I am the patent holder, also tallest man in history, 8'9". So when it comes down to noctilucent clouds, what does the Doppler 5001 do? Are you kidding me? The Doppler 5001 was specifically designed to dial in on the noctilucent clouds. And then on top of that, when they produce solar rain, Doppler 5001 is all over it. And, look, I think this is what it does. The Doppler 5001 just kind of does it all. I mean, it literally, when people would say, hey, how's the weather, Doppler 5000? I'd even duck and go like that, and I could tell them, hey, it's gonna rain. It started raining. Oh, it did? Yeah, it did start raining. Doppler 5000. I just get the weather faster than everyone else. We took that to a whole new level with the 5001 model. Now we actually satellited it. It's a real satellite over there instead of the Dops. So taller than the Dops, gets the weather quicker than the Dops. And then on top of it, we are going into the Earth strike zone. And when we do that, the Doppler 5001 can give us advanced warning. That's what it does. The Dops! I'm not finished yet, though. So much more is accomplished with the Doppler 5001. When it comes down to diagnosing where a solar flare is coming from the east or the west limb of the sun, we need the Doppler 5001 to give us that information. And we have it. So we're providing that now to the Wages World program, so they get up-to-date information on their elliptical, rainstorm, solar flares, nocturnal clouds, noctilucents. You know what I'm talking about. But don't forget the most important thing. We have to talk about the bow shock. Gotta talk about the bow shock. We can't not talk about the bow shock. Tallest man in history. When it comes to the bow shock, don't get Eddie Murphy involved, all right? He played Bowfinger, and that's close. So we're keeping him away from the bow shock. And remember the interplanetary magnetic field, the lines, aka the IMF lines? Those are closed field lines! You didn't know that they were closed field lines? Wayne Doppler! Tallest man in history. I can't even stand in frame. Look at that! My hair, I can't even stand in frame. Doppler 5001, if you'd like to donate to the Doppler 5001 Planetary Advancement Fund, just go to Doppler 5001 6543 679 or 3.14 845. I hope you have a great day, Dops.com. And I appreciate you. Have a great day. Wayne Doppler signing off. Oh, one more thing. I forgot to tell you the most important thing about the Doppler 5000. Advanced earthquake warnings. Ding, 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 ding. Doppler. I'm all over it. I'm having the advanced warnings of the earthquakes. The seismograph tells you one thing. Doppler tells you everything. So make sure you tune into the Dops. I'm going to be laying it all out for you. And you'll have a couple of helioplots in the process. Maybe a couple of, very low frequency, VLFs. We're going to get those in there. And potentially a couple of, very high frequency, situations going on as well. At the end of the day, when you're dealing with the Cascadia subduction zone, you want to make sure that you are not being subductive. You don't want to be subductive to the Cascadia subduction zone. You got to give it some space. You do your thing. Dops is doing his thing over here. 8'9". I don't need a subduction zone, okay? I don't want to be subducted, okay? Thanks for coming out. Look, I think that's enough of the Dops for the day. I'm feeling a little tired, 8'9". The air is thinner up here, and I need a break, take a nap down at normal 6 foot level. When I sit down, I'm still sitting at 6 feet. It's weird, I know. But that's where I get normal air oxygenation. That's one of the problems for old, there's problems for old Doppler. And that's why we're creating the 5001.